All right, guys, here's the second story today. It's really short, but I'm going to give it to you. You'll know why, and I'm going to make a comment on it. The link to this story is in the description box below. But before I get to that, I'm going to throw out some news tidbits to your newsworthy things here. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost. I think I need my coffee. But I put up a video live stream capture that I got from 515050. That's a YouTuber. She was out there recording the protest in Louisville. And every time I think of LMPD, I want to say Las Vegas. I don't know why. But Louisville Metro Police Department. My video is called 2 LMPD Officers Shot. And I thought, I'll just capture it, see if there's anything newsworthy here that I can talk about in her live stream of the protest. And lo and behold, I captured shots fired right as everybody starts running, and found out that 2 cops were shot at the protest. I captured those shots, or she captured them, but I got her live stream for journalistic purposes under the free use for journalism. But that, it's just 2 cops were shot during the protest. That's how serious this is. We were at war. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this or not. People go, oh, it's protesting, it's thugs, it's criminals. No, we're at war. Cops versus people that are just pissed off and tired of the bad cops. Now, the good cops, I know people say there are no good cops. I think there are good cops. But you got to remember that a good cop that wants to snitch has to think for a minute. Snitches get stitches. Snitches get fired. Snitches get suspended for no reason. Snitches end up like us, getting crimes just tagged to them and like, what the fuck? I didn't do that. What? So cops have to watch out. But my point is, I think there are good cops, and the good cops are not being treated fairly at all because of the bad cops. Now, people might disagree with me, but hey, the guy, Brett, that did get indicted, just shot through the wall and the windows and shit. Was the guy crazy? He didn't have a line of sight. He's just shooting randomly, and Breonna Taylor ended up dead. That's a bad cop. The editorial that I gave you earlier, in my humble opinion, those are bad cops. They escalated a situation that didn't have to be escalated. They tackled the guy like they were freaking linebackers, like, Brian Urlacher. He didn't have to do that. So my point is, why did those 2 Louisville Metro Police Department officers, I don't know if they were from the Louisville, they could have been state police. They had state police out there last night. But 2 cops were shot there last night. Why? Because people are tired of the bad cops, basically. Talking about bad cops, let's jump into this story here. Thank you, WABI TV, for this story. Officials say the Dover Foxcroft chief of police is facing criminal charges. The Penobscot County District Attorney's Office says Ryan Reardon was arrested on a Piscataquis County, I can never say their words, warrant. They say Reardon has been charged with aggravated assault and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. Reardon has been Dover Foxcroft's chief of police for 3 years. Before that, he was sheriff of Kennebec County. Reardon has been a police officer since 1994. According to the Piscataquis County Sheriff's officials, more information will be released. That would be later today. I don't know. We can look and see if there is more information, but let's look real quick. there's an old saying that, well, I don't know if it's an old saying. Well, it is an old saying. 1988 is when the movie came out. Gene Hackman in Mississippi Burning looks over at Willem Dafoe and he says, well, the rattlesnakes are committing suicide. And that's kind of what's happening here. The rattlesnakes are committing suicide. They're turning in their own. They're arresting police chiefs for criminal charges. They're investigating cops for criminal charges. Not saying anything positive or successful is coming from it, but we're seeing a lot more cops now standing in front of a judge than what we've seen in years prior recently. And I believe it's because of all the riots and protests. You know, a lot of our our politicians are saying, you know what? Got to do something, save face. So I think, you know, I think this police chief, instead of being arrested and charged with criminal charges here, I think in the past, this police chief would have just been fired. Just like, you're going to have to resign, I think. I think that's all that would have happened. But because of all that's going on in the country right now, because of the temperature of the nation, people are like, got to charge him. You're facing criminal charges now. I don't think he would have faced criminal charges last year or even the year before. I think that's what's going on right now. The rattlesnakes are committing suicide. I want to know what you all think in the comment section below. Do you think this police chief would have faced criminal charges last year or the year before? Are you guys... Let's talk for a minute. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are probably ready for me to shut up. Thank you for watching Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers coast to coast, from Orange County to Dover Foxcroft. Thanks, guys.